Can you trust your eyes? We're going to find out. This is Monday Mornings with Mark. Hi, I'm your host, Mark J. Schmidt of Remax Country and MoveMeMark.com. So can you trust your eyes? Can you trust what you're seeing in front of you? Let me tell you a little story. A few years back, I was helping a client buy a home. And we were looking at properties, and she came across this home online that she wanted to take a look at. The place looked amazing. It had big rooms, beautifully furnished. It looked like a real winner. This is one of the pictures that was in the listing. And that's a gorgeous room. I mean, who wouldn't love to have a bedroom like that? When we got to the home didn't look exactly as we saw it. Let me show you what happened when I took a picture of the same bedroom from the hallway. This is what that room looked like in real life. So do you see what happened was the photographer used a wide-angle lens. And wide-angle lenses tend to elongate everything. You know, I understand that photographers and listing agents want to get as much of a room in the shot as possible. But what happens is everything gets wider. So let's take a look at that first picture again. You see how there's the baseball player on the wall, and right next to that baseball player is a chair. Well, see, in the picture that I took, the baseball player and the chair are a lot closer to each other. So that's one of the dangers of using a wide-angle lens when taking photos. It could make everything look bigger. This is actually why, I have a professional photographer take my pictures, but I make sure that the rooms look pretty close to what they actually are. You don't want a room to look huge, and then when the people show up, it's not what they thought it was going to be. That's a huge disservice to a seller. Listen, you might be able to get a buyer in the door, but if the buyer's going to be disappointed when they walk in, what's the point of having them walk in? You want to give them as accurate an impression of what they're going to be seeing in that listing. So you want to make sure that the pictures are pretty accurate. Now, what can you do to make sure that you're not going to be disappointed when you're looking at homes? Well, you really need to look at the pictures that you're viewing with kind of a critical eye. One thing you can do is look to see if the room is square. If you see that the room is like kind of bowing out, if you see the walls are angling at weird angles, it's most likely there's a wide angle lens that is making everything look bigger. Another thing you can do is notice appliances or objects in the room. Sometimes you may see a picture with a toilet or a picture of a stove, and the stove will look much wider, or the toilet will look much wider, and that's a dead giveaway that it's a wide-angle lens that was used to take that picture. Now listen, I love wide-angle lenses. I think they're fantastic. But you just have to make sure that, you're actually getting what you think you're getting when you're going out. And like I said, if you're selling your home, make sure that the pictures are not so large that they give a false impression of what your home actually looks like. Now listen, if you have questions about buying or selling a home, please visit my website. You can find me at www.MoveMeMark.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you next week for more Monday Mornings with Mark. You have a great week.